Hi friends! Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment below, and take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Agincourt is one of the oldest and most well-known neighborhoods in the eastern part of Toronto, located within the district of Scarborough. The neighborhood is generally centered around the intersection of Kennedy Road and Sheppard Avenue East, although the broader Agincourt area stretches across several surrounding residential communities. Today, Agincourt is home to tens of thousands of residents and is known for its multicultural population, established suburban streets, busy shopping areas, schools, parks, and strong transit connections. The neighborhood combines older post-war homes with newer townhouse and condominium developments, reflecting decades of growth and change across Scarborough. The history of Agincourt dates back to the early 1800s, when much of the area consisted of farmland and scattered rural settlements. The community was originally known as Hero Town, named after local innkeeper and settler Charles Perry. In 1854, the arrival of the Grand Trunk Railway helped transform the area by improving transportation and trade connections. Around this time, the community was renamed Agincourt after the famous Battle of Agincourt fought in England during the 15th century. The railway station became an important local landmark and encouraged further settlement in the surrounding countryside. For many decades, Agincourt remained a quiet agricultural community with farms, churches, schools, and small family businesses spread along concession roads. During the early 20th century, the area slowly developed into a suburban community as Toronto expanded eastward. Following the Second World War, population growth accelerated rapidly. Large residential subdivisions were built throughout the 1950s, 60s, and 70s as families moved into the growing suburbs of Scarborough. Many of the detached homes seen throughout Agincourt today were built during this period. Education has long played an important role in the identity of Agincourt. One of the best-known institutions in the area is Agincourt Collegiate Institute, which traces its roots back to the early 20th century and remains one of the oldest secondary schools in Scarborough. Schools, recreation centers, libraries, and parks helped establish Agincourt as a family-oriented community during the years of suburban expansion. Over time, the neighborhood developed a reputation for being stable, diverse, and highly connected to the rest of Toronto. Modern Agincourt is especially known for its multicultural atmosphere. Immigration from East Asia, South Asia, Southeast Asia, and many other parts of the world has shaped the neighborhood for decades. This diversity is reflected in the restaurants, grocery stores, shopping plazas, and businesses found throughout the area. Along streets such as Sheppard Avenue East and Kennedy Road, visitors can find a wide variety of cuisines and locally owned businesses that represent cultures from across the globe. Agincourt has become one of the many communities that demonstrate Toronto's reputation as one of the world's most multicultural cities. Transportation has also played a major role in the development of Agincourt. The neighborhood benefits from nearby access to Highway 401, one of the busiest highways in North America. Public transit connections, including GO Transit and Toronto Transit Commission bus routes, make commuting to other parts of Toronto more accessible. Agincourt GO Station continues the area's long connection to railway transportation that first helped establish the community more than a century ago. Scarborough has a long history that stretches back centuries before modern Toronto existed. The name Scarborough was chosen in the late 18th century by Elizabeth Simcoe, the wife of Upper Canada Lieutenant Governor John Graves Simcoe. She believed the bluffs along the shoreline of Lake Ontario resembled the limestone cliffs near Scarborough in England, and the name remained. For much of the 19th century, Scarborough was primarily rural, with farms, forests, and small villages spread across a large area east of Toronto. During the late 19th century and early 20th century, Scarborough slowly developed through farming, industry, and transportation links. Small communities emerged across the township. Railways and road improvements encouraged further settlement, while the waterfront areas along Lake Ontario became known for cottages and recreation. Despite this growth, much of Scarborough remained agricultural well into the early 20th century. After the Second World War, Scarborough experienced explosive suburban growth. Thousands of new homes, schools, shopping centers, and apartment buildings were constructed to accommodate Toronto's expanding population. Large master-planned communities reshaped the area during the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. By 1983, Scarborough officially became a city. During these decades, Scarborough developed into one of the largest suburban districts in Canada, eventually becoming home to hundreds of thousands of residents. Scarborough is also known for its remarkable cultural diversity. Waves of immigration from Asia, the Caribbean, Africa, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe transformed the district into one of the most multicultural areas in the country. This diversity can be seen throughout Scarborough's restaurants, shopping plazas, religious centers, festivals, and local businesses. Food has become one of Scarborough's defining features, with many residents and visitors considering the district one of the best places in Toronto to experience international cuisine. The natural landscape of Scarborough is another major part of its identity. The most famous landmark is the Scarborough Bluffs, a dramatic series of cliffs stretching for several kilometers along the Lake Ontario shoreline. Rising high above the water, the bluffs are among the most recognizable natural features in the Greater Toronto Area. Parks, beaches, marinas, and walking trails along the waterfront attract visitors throughout the year. The Rouge River Valley and nearby parklands also provide important natural habitats and recreational spaces within the urban environment. Scarborough has also played an important role in education and research. Institutions such as University of Toronto, Scarborough, and Centennial College serve thousands of students each year and contribute to the district's economy and cultural life. Hospitals, research facilities, and large employment areas have helped make Scarborough an important part of the broader Toronto region beyond its role as a residential suburb. Transportation has shaped Scarborough's growth for generations. Major roads such as Kingston Road, Lawrence Avenue, and Eglinton Avenue helped connect communities across the district, while Highway 401 became one of the region's main transportation corridors. Public transit systems, including buses, GO Transit lines, and rapid transit connections, continue linking Scarborough with downtown Toronto and surrounding municipalities. Large commercial areas such as Scarborough Town Centre became major retail and business hubs as the population expanded. In 1998, Scarborough was amalgamated into the modern City of Toronto, along with North York, Etobicoke, York, East York, and the former City of Toronto. Even after amalgamation, many residents still strongly identify with Scarborough as its own community with a unique history and culture. The district remains one of the most recognizable and distinct parts of Toronto, known for its diversity, large suburban neighborhoods, natural landscapes, and strong local identity. Today, Scarborough continues to evolve as new residential towers, transit projects, and commercial developments reshape parts of the district. At the same time, many older neighborhoods still maintain the suburban character established during the post-war decades. From the waterfront bluffs to busy multicultural shopping streets, Scarborough offers visitors a broad look at the growth of modern Toronto and the communities that helped shape Canada's largest city over the past century. Thanks for watching!